You know, it's just as strong as the previous one was. Yeah, you don't have the Oracle to lock in place, but maybe Nigma's going to give Alliance a bit of a taste of their own medicine.
Quite possibly. I mean, like, Nigma in this situation, I think the Kiss is still doing a lot of damage. Now, on the mind control. As I bring it down, it'll be 2-for-1 trade. Yep, you get that cheeky pick on the Nix. You do at least force out the Kisses. That's a big cooldown, and your TA and Ember do get out in one piece.
Yeah, but Weeha, he was just happily farming the entire time. Sure, it's happening on Nico Baby, but that's not the big deal. He's not going to come online quite as fast as his TA does. Desolator now finished up. Just a couple of clarities coming out to him. He's going the BKB next, realizing that a lot of this early damage is going to be magic based, and then probably going to the Blink Dagger once that's all finished up.
Well, it seems that Nico Baby is going for a more early game focused build. He's not going for any more damage. He's not trying to increase his farm speed. He's going straight to that BKB. So it seems that the focus is sitting here going, okay, we know we have this leverage advantage on the Batrider and his ability to pop the refraction quickly from Wii. We then have an in as a result, and that control can enable us to get kills. Just like the last two is going to enable him to get killed with GH, who stuck a little bit too deep and gone. Hand of God was used for nothing. That's a big cooldown. 160 seconds now without your clutch save.
A bit of a concern. Still has the mech, so some teamfight capability here. See here, it's all about the sustain for this point in time. Popping the ice armor onto the TA is Kuro with his creep that he just picked up.
Of course, 15 minutes is going to have is shifting around the map quickly, right? Your team's still going to be split because they're not ready to fight, so they need to maximize farming efficiency. And when you look at Alliance's side, it's Batrider now with the boost of travel, the Nyx prowling around with the Vendetta. There's a lot of opportunities where Nigma just gets caught out solo. And the only hero is maybe somewhat safe to do that now is Mind Control, who has begun to bulk up now to 1600 HP.
Scanning.
Radiant realizing that, well, Dine's been off the map for a little bit, and we've got the Desolator, we've got the Slaughter. It's a very serious risk of Roshan being picked off in 15 seconds.
Quite possibly. It's always at risk, though. You need to get some sentries down first because you don't know if Hanskin's just going to walk over that area. You can see how he's actually fixating around this top area, so he's always able to wrap towards the primary jungle or get to Roshan time. And you will see GH still the Welling Death. It is a brave choice of spell. I'm not sure if it's the one he wanted, but if he could get deep enough and live for a few uses, it would definitely have a lot of value against the Timber and the Sven. This should just be him trying to increase his farm rate. Usually when you're playing Ruby this stage, it's like, what spell can I steal that will allow me to clear creep waves and just rush towards my next item?
Yeah. Still yet to have a true, you know, big 5v5 team fight or even 4v4, so interested to see what Alliance and Nigma have as their target priorities these upcoming encounters. I have to think it's picking off the Chen would be the big priority for them, you know. Hand of God, mech, so big.
Sounds good. Trying to pick him off. Moving in. Trap will slow him down. Reinforcements are coming in, but they won't hard commit for the life of the Nyx, which has already been taken. They do find the slide on the bot lane. Now they just need to get the Timber out. And the Kisses also them away. Miracle think twice about going deeper. In fact, he wants to move away. Throws out a Remnant. Cookie in the wrong direction. 33. I think that's a little bit of a pathfinding issue right there. But Nico Baby, he pings it out. He says, force it back right now. And he's waiting with the Stormhammer going out, but they won't dive the tower. They know there are traps down.
Yeah, just a little bit of a disconnect there on Alliance. Nico Baby, without going these movement speed items, without these maneuverability items as well, with the Blink Dagger, relies so heavily on the rest of his team to get stuff done, either through the Snapfire Cookie or through the Batrider just dragging people straight back to him.
That should change soon, though. He's about to hit 15. He does have the option of movement speed, although the hammer dispelling enemies in this type of game is pretty valuable.
Pretty easy to have, especially against that flame guard.
Yep. Oh, the bell damage. Timber's just gone instantly now. Chase forward on the Fada. With that corrosive haze up. The right clicks and Miracle do more than just tickle. And the speed at which they take this tower should enable them to just fall back straight into the Roche Pit because Alliance have just lost 2.
Yeah, you could just hear there on Nigma's side, they're like, I have finished farming, and they just continue, just go in, bang, dead. Let's get this timer on this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1. 1 point.
It's not quite out. 0. He tried.
I saw your massive chat before.
Hey, you know, they don't know whether it's true or not. Nigma needs whatever many points. I just pressed 4 numbers on my keyboard. And Nigma proving that actually with their lineup, the way it functions right now, if they press every button on their keyboard, if they hit every spell, it's overflowing for Alliance right now. They're in a situation where Spain is at that awkward factor. You can see that he's going towards the Chrysalis next, and then yes, he actually hits hard enough to deal with this, and he did go for the Dispel. This is reaching the stage where they can fight back, because now you can Dispel the Refraction, you can get rid of the Flame Guard. There's a lot of ways you can actually approach this team fight as a Sven.
Really effective to have. That Chrysalis is so hot right now. It just feels like everyone's talking about it, especially for the gold investment that you're putting into it. Just have a quick review of the, well, we've got a bit of a quiet period in the game. What the areas being prioritized are. You can see here there's a lot of defensive wards coming up on Alliance's side, making sure that Nico Baby is actually able to come online with a lot of this stuff. He's got the Chrysalis, he's going next into the Assault Cuirass, but it's a lot more aggressive on Nigma's end. You can see those deep wards in, they're not in that tri-camp area, so they're going hunting.
Exactly. They smoked up. The vision is good around the pit, right? They know what the priority is. The way that their draft functions, it's all about Roche when you have this much minus armor. So they're always going to prioritize that area. And it wouldn't be surprising they can look for a pick and then just convert a tier 1, tier 2 tower push.
Yeah, good presence of mind by Alliance to realize that they've been off the map for a while.
Exactly.
TP back, but they've still got that vision on Nigma's side.
And they're picking the DD on B.
I don't know about that.
Move away from that ping, if anything. He's already proven to 33 how easy it is to bring him down and why he has a W next to his name compared to 33. It does stand for win in this situation, as Timbersaw, even with SS Ring, even with 2k HP, has been proven to be very easy paper to shred for the side of Nigma.
Yeah, it's got that BKB built up as well now onto Weeha, so even more of a threat. They realize, you know what, we actually don't need to go for kills. We can happily push down this bot side. We can take the outpost. They're not going to have anywhere to TP to once we take this one down. Pretty happy, but it's the Alliance here. They've got a smoke coming through from the mid lane. I don't think they were sitting under any sort of wards either, so could catch Nigma unawares, especially if Miracle gets caught out.
Dragon
hand of God.
Carapace follow up. Everything but the kitchen sink, the kill on to the boss one player of Nigma. And there's a hunt.
He's getting gone on.
He already used hand of God as well, so 33 is just going to toy with him. Come down a lot, and he can throw.
Might be a bait.
Spells a sec, but there it is. They're going to bait him in a little bit. He does have the essence ring now. The sun's coming out. Connects to the roof. Nico Baby moves in. The damage way too much. Mind Control tried to run away. The kisses from afar just to zone them out. And look who else went in. He thought he could actually pierce that backline. He thought he could even up the fight, and now he's completely and utterly outnumbered. The BKB gets activated. He'll go for the TP away. He will be able to make it, but that is not the way he envisioned using his fresh BKB.
Absolutely not. And Kura, he walked into that Stormhammer. It's a pretty slow travel time. Very surprising from such a veteran, and actually didn't pop the Hand of God throughout that entire fight. He picked up the medallion at the very start as well. Didn't use it on the target they were going on. These long series, they can get to even the best of players.
He's confident now. He's like, okay, what you done to me before isn't going to happen. Not while Slardar is dead. It's not a possibility anymore. I can go back to what I feel good at, which is being a tanky mofo. And all of a sudden, look at Nico Baby's net worth as well. It's spiked after that fight, up to 13,000 net worth. He's building the lead. And this is important. You look at Alliance's draft, it is all about this Sven. The other two are meant to peak off. It comes to a point in the game where he has to do everything for his team.
They're on him again.
Controls, and Ember found again, just nowhere near tanky enough.
And he's even gone a pretty defensive build, you know. The drums obviously gives a bit of stats. Maybe the Faded Brooch isn't the best option for him, but do they even have anything better for him to pick up? I mean, the Imp Claw is pretty nice.
I think I think he just needs more movement speed, because the whole idea is if they jump on you and you get a small window, you want time with a slight fist to remnant away, right? And that movement speed does help there. It's also why he's going for the axe.
Yes. I think the other option, the other argument towards that is if you've got the Imp Claw, you can clear waves longer. You're not going to be in an unsafe position for quite as long, and their pick-off potential is hindered because of it.
True. I think like the counter point would maybe be around the fact like he doesn't have Maelstrom, right? So
they're going to find mind control up here, I think.
There's a ping it.
He's slithering away.
They know he's somewhere around here, but there's a lot of trees to check. Like looking for a squirrel in the forest right now. And he'll just cut his way out. Hanskin will just go invis and just move forward. They've already got Timber getting the wave, so they're ready to shove in for this tower. And there's a rotation coming out from Nigma. Hanskin gonna walk straight in, throw the target, the perfect kill. Won't even get a chance to really use the combo. You can throw a hand and go off, but it won't achieve anything. It'll just go down. The kisses are coming in the meantime. 33 stands his ground and forces the BKB out of Wii. And there's the last two. The jumping comes out. The skill's gonna be used. Sure, it's good, but when are you gonna use it now that you don't have a TA for 60 seconds? They're going to use their very focused fingers to right-click on your buildings and probably come up to the high ground for a little bit.
Yeah, perfect timing of that last two as well. As soon as it was running out, that was when the BKB was expiring onto Weehash. So just meant that all the stun combos could happen afterwards. And I'm telling you, I've got MI6 on speed dial for you, Pidge. It's looking pretty ominous.
I'm the Oracle. I didn't get to play the hero of this game, and I'm just proving that in theory, maybe not in Dota, but in life, I'm a better Oracle, because Alliance, this is looking in their favor. They're ticking the boxes. They're meeting the requirements of their draft, and they don't overextend. They don't go up to the high ground. They realize, actually, guys, if anything, we just need to set up for the next row situation. That is going to be our opening into the high ground, and with the way that it's going for Nigma right now, they're going to struggle to fight. It's also the fact that without the kisses, you don't feel too confident as alliances. That is still a huge element of this team fight that screws Nigma over.
Yeah.
And there's the action for Nico, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, we've got another smoke coming through from here.
It's Limp breaks the fine though. And he blinks away. Oh. They didn't get it. They started the slide fist on the creeps. So close. Yet so far.
Nighttime as well. That's some insane reaction times. 33, 3D.
Now, last two that was stolen is going to be used to spend the big target, the optimal one for them, and the last two, the real one, used for the TA to drag away. And Nico, baby, he's going to survive through this to BKB. Throws out the stun. He's going to hide for the moment. Tries to finish off Nico, baby. Needs one more hit. Trying to chase in. Limp tries to cover him, but no, he's the one who gets him killed. The side blade. It splashes through and he kills off his own spend. They've lost two on the side of Alliance. They're going to have to force themselves away from this fight, but they're not quick enough. They're going to lose another one. The exit part is going to go down. The chase is on. 33 will look to escape. There is a lift for GH. He'll keep eyes on over the chains. They see everything they need to. They just need to be careful around this tree line, not to screw themselves over. With the corrosive haze finally arriving, they've been waiting so long. Mind Control says, don't worry, guys, I've got this. In the stolen world depth, they'll bring him down. They'll hunt for more Limp. The man who murdered his carry will join him in the grave as the entirety of Alliance get wiped. And I think what you just done there, Matt, you cursed it.
Did I? No. What cursed it was, yes, a huge portion of that damage. Actually, let's have a look at the fight recap. Who did the majority of the damage? That's what I thought. I thought it was Miracle, because in the beginning of that fight, there was a double damage that had just spawned at the top, just up in the top river area. I believe 3-3 had the opportunity to go and pick it up, but he didn't immediately move towards it. Wanted to be that frontline presence in the team fight, allow the Sven not to immediately get popped, but as a result, Miracle wisely remnanted forward. Picked it up. Could get combo down now though if he's not too...
Immediate Halo gets interrupted. Free to do what he wants with the corrosive haze out. Nyx is gone, chasing Nico, baby, trying to do what he can, but the heals buys Miracle time that he can move away. And now you use your BKB, use your God Strength. You don't get anything for it. You're still the ones who lose a hero. There's no way you can chase anymore. Nigma can now wait for Roche, and then they can go and take themselves a second life so they can approach your high ground.
They've got the advantage of information too. It's only 20 seconds away, and that TA trap will reveal it as soon as it pops up.
And what do you really have, right? It's not just the God Strength for the BKB. Use the kisses again. That's 80 seconds. That's your highest success spell in these kind of choke points, right? That's your most valuable asset in the team right now. And we saw how quickly they'd done Roche before. They ping it out. They can just go straight in, and it'll take a matter of moments for the side of Nigma to clear this.
All right, I'm not gonna count it down this time, but it'll go quick.
Got an orb destruction as well. It's gonna go quicker. What the? David? The timing on this orb destruction appearing and Roche spawning.
3, 2, 1. Got it.
2 parts of an Illuminati form right there. And so's your cannon.
I mean, and I'm just accurate, you know. I'm the Oracle. I'm the Oracle. It's not you.
You'd be a terrible person to just play rock, paper, scissors with, if that's how you count down.
Dude, nothing beats rock.
Well, I can tell you that Alliance are between a rock and a hard place right now, as Nigma are going to just smoke up and look to keep the aggression going as they move forward.
They know what's happening. They're running with their tails between their legs right now. Until Nigma show themselves, I don't think they want to be anywhere near any of these creeps.
Surprised that Ember didn't go for a little poke. Obviously, you're worried because you can actually be burst down fairly easily, but now that you have the Ags, you can just quickly spam him for a scout and then out again. Obviously, your hope is that they're going to come into the primary jungle, trying to farm up a little, but at that point, it's a little bit broadcasted, right? Because Nigma's not showing on any of the lanes. Things are being left a little bit static, and they just took Roche. You can kind of anticipate that they are coming bot.
Yeah. I'm really liking this Presence of Mind to TP up towards the top outpost, knowing that they've got the great vision around the Radiant jungle. The only outpost at risk would be the top one.
The preempt
allows them to secure both.
And they see 33. He doesn't want to go on him, though. They're just interested in the bounty rune situation, as no one has taken the one's bot yet. But of course, Nigma have a dominant advantage when it comes to mobility across the map. They have a nice little splashy Slardar who can just sliver up the river. And then obviously they always have Miracle in this Ember, as well as that Chen factor. Can never forget how impactful that relocation across the map can be.
And what have we got queued up next on this TA? Going into the Bloodthorn, okay. So you can buy back in the short term, Fada.
Done defensively, follow up.
Oh, this is really nice.
Thrown out on a Miracle to clear through. Enough to bring him down. The hand of God will not save their lives. 2 dead on the side of Nigma, and they just need to get out right now. They cannot afford to lose more heroes. Limp, he is propelling forward, looking for any target he can. He won't see Chen as Kuro managed to TP away, but the Yule's going to come out on himself. Oh no. That should be a tip situation, but I think Wee's too busy running away still to give him a tip. As he
maybe when he's back in base. The fat finger.
Late. The moment's passed right there. I don't think that's a fat finger. That must be a fat mouse right there. There's awkward moments where you just get the pitch perfect blink distance, right? You like, sometimes it happens. While these pros do know the blink ranges quite well, you can just move a little bit too fast. All of a sudden, you're a little bit closer than you expected. And whoopsie daisy angel from there. But as we can see, Alliance, they still have a way to win this. They still have the power of Nico Baby in this game. And if they get that Axe complete as well, he won't necessarily be relying on the lassos to set up kills. He won't need this team of caterers feeding him at his table. He'll be able to go out and hunt for his own food.
Yeah, we've got Nigma grouping up as well on the bottom side of the map. I wonder if they might look to get Miraculous level 20 before they go for a full push. You've got a big wave coming through. You can see Mind Control's hanging back a little bit just to make sure he's getting that full portion of the experience. Picks it up. Now he's got that extra spell amplification, and with some of these BKBs running quite low, especially on Nico Baby, sitting at 7 seconds. 2 of them used in pretty quick succession to not much use. Be a lot more of an issue for them.
Sven, definitely one of those heroes that looks for that initial burst, right, though. You're trying to flip that advantage. So it's a matter of whether Nigma can minimize those losses in the first few seconds.
It's a bit of a bait here, maybe.
It out. 33. I mean, it's not the ideal opener. I'm not really sure what the play is here for Wee. I think he was concerned that they maybe saw him more than anything else. He's just more or less mocking him at this stage.
Yeah,
they want to try and bait him into a sense of security, though.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's not necessarily just him, it's the rest of the team.
Oh, no, stop! Probably time to last as well. The follow-up. Now Nico Baby will go to work the hand of God to try and save him, but it's too late. He's going to to go down. The buyback's going to come out, but he doesn't have a spirit out here. Buyback from Slardar as well. They need to try and get people out or find kills. They'll find Batrider in the meantime. 33 will just make his escape in time, just in the nick, in fact. And Hansgood, he'll look to escape as well, able to do so. The buyback's up for nothing, and it looks like Sven is also away. They're hunting. They're going to hunt the wrong way, though. As he remnants in, he's scouting everywhere. Maybe he'll see him. He moves across in time, but the stun's going to come out. And they're not close enough. It's too far out. The use does get reflected. Miracle gets controlled up, and he wants this kill so badly, but he needs to be careful. The turnaround opportunity could come out.
Aegis expires.
Jump in. Double stun. Now the kisses as well. The follow-up is looking good. They're going to burst them down. Miracle eats the Chief. Mind control. Has to retreat, though. Nico, baby. Look at that stun opportunity. This is coming off cooldown. You to control them up, but Slardar, that's going to be the dieback. And Miracle says, I don't know you guys. I know you shoot up to back me, but I am viciously.
Lasso gone to the chin.
Screw your sustain, they say goodbye to the captain of Nigma. Nico, baby, holding on that god strength until he sees a golden opportunity. Meteor Hammer will mitigate most of the value actually coming out from your glyph. 33. Just trying to whittle away at him, but he'll be able to make it out. It's just a matter of asserting dominance over Nigma in their own base and then prepping around the Roche area for when it's time to take your advantage.
Yeah, great patience from Kuro as well, not expending his buybacks. So if they look to do a similar sort of thing, just maybe a fake back, try and push someone in, they might try and pick off Weehar up here. No Aegis left on him, but he's wise enough to back off. Still looking to go into that Solar Crest. Get Weehar all of that damage. They found the Ember Spirit again.
They interrupted him. They couldn't actually get the Meteor Hammer for some follow-up. Instead, the kisses are going to be more or less wasted. Hansgood in a little bit of drop down half HP. Find time for the Alert Silver's on him. The stops are coming out from the Centaurs, doing what they can. 33 being ignored. They'll bring down the Nyx Assassin. But mind control, he might be the cost. As they jump in, overwhelm him. He's down for 60 seconds again. Remember, he does not have buyback as he committed earlier as well. And they know this. So they might just back off now as Roche could be spawning quickly. 20 seconds is a minimum window. And if Alliance get a very quick spawn here, it might be that the script gods do in fact favor them.
And it's not even Nico Bebe having to rely on the rest of his team anymore for the mobility. He's got the Superman Ags. So he's going to be able to jump into these team fights. Might cause them to be out of position a couple of times, but could be the game changer as well for them. Nearly 3 minutes until this respawn, though, onto Roshan. So
it's possible. Breath of Life for Nigma will give them breathing room that they need. They can get to a point where buybacks will almost be available again. Obviously, knowledge that they don't know, and us casters and spectators do, but you can feel it. If you see Alliance start showing across the map, likely Roche is not something they're doing right now, and that gives you time to get out, get some wards down, get a little bit of control on the map.
And I feel like now it's the stage of the game where the target priorities change so much. Right now, I think it's more of a priority on Nigma to get a backstab happening, to try and find this Snapfire at the early stages of the fights, because these Mortimer's Kisses are doing a lot of work. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if at this rate, if this continues the amount of gold he's getting, you might even see him just think about something like a Kyra after this full stuff.
Yep.
Just amp that up a little bit more if he can. But right now, with the fact that Ember still doesn't have a BKB and has no intentions of building one, and now with the BKB being as short as possible, and maximum damage achieved.
Yeah, you've got almost all components of the Sheepstick as well coming out for 3-3's Timbersaw. You're about 1,200 or so gold away, and I think that main priority is going to be timber chaining in and sheeping Miracle before he can get off that Yules. It's been a couple of times now he's been able to live on very little health and mana. Just through the use of that defensive Yules allows the rest of his team time to rotate in. Mind Control can get off a Key, Slithering Crush. Kuroki can get off his Mechanism as well as the Hand of God. Turn the team fight around.
And you are actually at a stage where when you think about the fragility on both sides, you mentioned the Snapfire, how vulnerable it is. Not able to actually try and stack up farm. At all times, Miracle is really the only one who can show on these lanes. Mind Control maybe on the other side of the map just because you waste a lot of time. You're not up into the 20s. It's not an insanely long respawn time. But you really are at a stage where anyone on the side of Nigma who dies, well, Alliance now have the damage that we aren't looking at those concerns they had earlier, right? Where they can't hit buildings. It's a little bit too slow. Now you have this Sven who is just slotted and ready to fight.
And the Meteor Hammer if you need to.
You got a little bonus on the side.
Assuming you get a team one.
And then there's also, even if you have glyphs, this is the beautiful thing about Snapfire and why it's so strong is Little Shredder. You can just slowly delay your attacks onto the tower so that even with the multi-shot glyph, it gets out maybe one attack in the entire glyph duration.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Takes a bit of yeah, takes a bit of practice, but
is under attack.
nice little clever use of game mechanics there. Roshan.
He's waiting nearby to make sure that Miracle cannot get in as he still does not have a BKB.
Smoke on the backside.
Now they'll jump in. There goes Superman. The kisses as well. A kiss farewell to Miracle as he's brought down.
We has indeed.
10 seconds and he's in too deep. He's taking way too much damage, but he will not get away. The use is there. The BKB did not last long enough, and Weeha is going to go down as well. He has a buyback, but there's no point committing now. Nigma cannot fight in the pit. Instead, Alliance will be claiming the third Roshan of this game.
Oh boy, this is getting spicy, Pidge.
We're looking like it might be 5 games at this rate, because that is an 80-second window. 80 seconds without all of your damage.
It's not like they have any of these heroes left either that can quickly get a pick off, you know, turn a 5v3 into a 4v3 or anything like that. Those heroes are dead. They're in the grave.
No, and your
multiple lanes
Slardar
getting
isn't
pushed
built
in.
to murder. Your Slardar is built to sustain and control. And there's the buyback. TA is back in, but they know the Ember isn't. They know he can't be. Shiro slowed down, but the trusty Lotus 33 just keeping mind control at bay. Needs to be careful himself as he's taking a lot of damage now. Controlled up, but the Guardian Greaves will protect him, and he'll slowly waddle away. Just all the distraction with Nico, baby. Lasso, we're going to drag out. Ghost Scepter means they can't even try to engage on him, and Rubik is gone for 8 seconds. Buyback instantly. They need everyone alive to cover each other. Like brothers on the front line. Nice stun coming out of free, but it's not going to achieve much. They're too tanky. BKB, mind control cannot be stunned up at least. And Fada has gone in. They need to get him out. Force stuff away. Back to allowing 33 to tank for them. They have got the kisses in 10 seconds, and they've got God's Strength available. Yes, Ember will be up, but Alliance will be at full firepower.
Just buying time right now. Solar Crest being used defensively constantly by Kuroki. Using it onto the Sven to slow down any sort of push, and losing a tier 3 tower, not the biggest deal in the world anymore.
Absolutely not.
To get out of that with just a buyback, 2 buybacks, but I think that you might be at a much more significant disadvantage.
Oh no, it's like Carapace. They baited him. James just stunned himself. He pulled back. He can't afford to go down, but the kisses are committed onto him. The Hex as well. He is going to be burst down and killed for 100 seconds as he's not just here. The Hand of God was used, but it did not save the life of Slardar. Now you have your damage, but you no longer have your control. Jump in. Dodge out. Miracle able to move away. But now Nico, baby, he's activated the God Strength. He's going to want more than just these racks. And with a huge creep wave pushing them bot, they have options open to them. They might just try and end it. In they go. Silence as well. Chen is going to go down. Lasting control as well. It will allow them to burn through Miracle. And it looks like we are going to need a game 5 here in this grand final.
That's alright, I didn't need sleep anyway, but what a game! Being able to take it to this point, pops the refresher shard, able to go use the second God Strength. He's in onto the tier 4 towers.
We hasn't given up yet. They're going to make him though. Stick his head in the mud and make him submit. GG gets called. 2-2 is the score. We are going to need the 5th game here. It is going the whole mile between the Suns and Nigma. And we'll back and forth for fair.
Yeah, that's fair. If you've got the team to play around it, it can get a ton of work done. But I think the Snapfire was the key differential there in those team fights. Just a huge amount.